Welcome to the making of a DM. Why most people will always be broke. This is going to be a brutally honest show. Please stick with me because it's about to transform somebody's life. So with that said, let's get started.
I'm more Kevin's I'm more Kevin's DM. I'm here to help and teach him what I know and how I did it to discover freedom. There ain't no question more Kevin's when he step in the door. He's closing deals. Time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker, but I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker.
Hey there, it's your host, Mark Evans, DM. Coming to you from the tree stand office, the tree house office, I should say. I'm overlooking the ravine. Beautiful, sunny, but chilly day here in Minter, Ohio, Kirtland Hills, Ohio. Thinking about you guys. Couple of things here. One, I don't want to be here. I really don't want to be here right now, but I'm here, so I'm going to give you my all. So what I mean by that is I woke up early today. I've been working on some pretty big deal flow today. Heavy conversations, talking with some team members and good stuff. It's all good stuff. And, but it just like, mentally I'm like blah. And it's midday, couple 2:30 in the afternoon. And I feel like my brain's ready to fall out of my head. But I had on the schedule to do a podcast show with you guys today because I want to share some stuff with you that I found out, some insights that I think could help. And I want to share that with you. So I kind of I kind of just started putting it off. I was like kind of dicking around, kind of like we do sometimes when we don't want to do something right. And then I look at my schedule. I'm like, okay, look at my piece of paper that says do podcast show. And I was like, dude, I made a commitment to myself and to you as a listener. And you got to do it because you said you're going to do it. So you got to pay attention to that, this little inner voice bitch thing we all have going on. Most people are listening to it and just accepting shitty results and just saying it is the way it is. And that's not what I do over here. I try not to anyways. Not to say I'm 100%, but I try to be on point as much as possible. And as I'm talking to you, like I said, I want to bring it. I want to bring it to you because I want to help you. And I'm just sharing this with you because we all don't want to do a lot of stuff. And what's interesting about podcast shows is I make $0 from this. Zilch. Zero. Nada. Nothing, right? And I'm not complaining. Trust me. I do this because I genuinely like to help people. But I get tired like you. I get frustrated like you. And you just got to keep your feet moving. I talk about this all the time. Keep your feet moving. So I kind of dicked around, procrastinated for about 23 minutes. My buddy called me. So I'm like, yes, I got to answer this. And I knew we'd just talk about fun stuff and big projects, what he's working on and all that good stuff. And I was like, dude, I got to go because I have something to do. And the something is to talk to you today about something I feel could help everyone. And I know I struggled with it. I still do. By the way, the subject matter is something I'm constantly working on and evolving. And I'll share that with you here today. But before I get started here, I want to say thank you guys again very much for taking your time and heading over to iTunes and leaving a 5-star review. It absolutely helps a ton. I know everyone's like, dude, I told you I do this for free. I do it for free because I want to help and I like to get the exposure. And ultimately, hopefully we meet in person and maybe buy a business together or maybe you buy something from me or I sell something to you or you sell something to me, whatever. I'm in. So thank you for taking the time over at iTunes, 5-star review, and or Amazon. If you've ever got the book Magician vs. Mule and or Me Economy, please leave a 5-star review. I got a cool text today from a guy I met about 6 months ago. He bought the Magician vs. Mule. Pretty big guy. He's doing 7 figures a year already. And he messaged me. He's like, dude, holy shit. I just closed the biggest deal of my entire life utilizing the magician method you teach in your book. He's like, for real, I've always been a massive mule. And he's a worker. He's a workhorse. And I was like, that's amazing. I can't wait to hear the story. And that's all he left me with because he's heading into the meeting. But he's like, dude, this is it. So that book, if you never read it, Magician vs. Mule, please take some time and read it or listen to it. I actually have done an audiobook of that one, me recording it to you. So hopefully you can get a chance, listen to it. More importantly, implement what's in it because it does work. So today's show, as I was thought auditing earlier in the morning, about 4:30 in the morning, I was thinking about why most will always be broke. I genuinely feel like I'm very blessed in many ways. I think I've shared this story before, but I truly believe, being for real, 100% with you, I believe I was put on planet Earth to change my family's financial tree forever. I believe that 100%. And I'm not saying this in a dicky way, but I look around when I hang out at family reunions and all that stuff, and I just look around and I wonder, if I wasn't chosen, who the fuck would be doing it? Or would we be in another generation, multiple generations, if not forever, always being broke, always playing catch up, always living just to hope I make it by the end of the week kind of thing? I take this as a very serious responsibility, for real, for the family. It weighs on me in a good way. But as I'm talking to you, I want, I don't know about you, but I want to be stupid, filthy rich. Not for just the money, but for what the money can do. The money can do, not just for me, by the way, but the way I'm aligned with my team members, love seeing them make more money than they've ever made in their life. Love to see them buy their dream houses, dream cars, more importantly, take those dream vacations with their family to create memories. Even if they're not working in the company during that dream vacation, I know that they're being recharged, they're connecting, and like I said, creating these amazing memories with their family. I love that. I'll support that forever. So it's not about getting stupid, filthy rich just to say, ha, 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 I have all this money and all that. However, it is pretty fucking amazing to wake up and have a lot of money to do whatever you want. It also could be a curse, depending on what your drivers are, depending on what your goals are, depending on what your morals are. There's, money's a funny thing. Money doesn't care if you're a good person or a bad person. For some reason, we've been lied to about money. Oh man, money is the root of all evil. Bullshit. The love of money is the root of all evil. And, why did Pablo Escobar have billions of dollars? He was kind of a bad guy. Bad people have a lot of money. Unfortunately, you hear about them more often than you hear about all the great people that have a shit ton of money too. Because everyone I know that's wealthy are pretty amazing human beings. They're massive givers. They help so many people all the time. They build companies. They create revenue for their towns, their cities, their states, their country. They're just good people. So I think about wealth. What does wealth mean? And I have a pretty cool platform that I'm a decent following. I wish it was about 100x bigger. I'm working on that, so don't judge me. But on Instagram, I asked my following kind of what does wealth mean to you? And I had a lot of answers on this, like a ton. But I just want to read a couple here to you and just kind of get this conversation started. The freedom to do what I want, when I want, like traveling and helping out family members. Many people said financial freedom. F you time. Wealth means happy, healthy, spiritual, and rich. Opportunity. One says not having to worry about money again and helping others with it. Just real quick, because I kind of need to stop on that one. Let me say that one again. Not having to worry about money again and helping others with it. Guys, coming to you from a kid that grew up in a town, like my parents made 35 G's a year, grew up in a trailer till I was 10 years old, and just watching people work really, really hard. They always worried about money. I always thought, if I got money, I'd never worry. And what I didn't realize is you will never not worry. We're humans. We worry. That's just what we're called worry words for a reason. We worry about things. Some people worry about not having it. Some people worry about having it. And some people are worrying about preserving it and growing it. You'll always be worried about money. It's just different worries drive different behaviors and different things. So don't think that if you get rich, you're not going to worry. That's like saying I'm going to bench 300 pounds when I get healthy, right? I'm going to get healthy when I bench 300 pounds. I mean, it's not how it works. You have to get healthy to bench 300 pounds. You have to get strong, right? Well, I'm going to get strong once I bench 300 pounds. Bullshit. That's the reverse of how it works, right? So I digress. More time to do what I want with whomever I want. Time freedom, time freedom. Making the world far better. Enough to give 90% and live off 10%. Freedom, FU money, options and freedom, opportunity for myself and family, helping other people. I mean, it's endless. I have so many responses, and it's awesome. And I appreciate all the responses. But what does wealth mean to you? This is a true story. Right now, I'm working on acquiring a company. I want to acquire a real company. I've been talking to a lot of merger and acquisitions lawyers in different industries and all that. And I was talking with one. I have a decent amount of cash kind of sitting on the deck. And I told him kind of what I'm looking to spend. I'm like, listen, here's my prerequisite. Like, I'm not willing to change my lifestyle to earn more money. I already have enough. I want a lot more, but I have enough. I've created enough cash and cash flow and investments and things. And this isn't to brag or impress, but to impress upon, like, I know my rules of engagement for my life and my success, what wealth means to me. As you guys know, family, like I'm spending time with my kids, my wife, and I do whatever I want, whenever I want, but I still work because I love to help people and I love to work. I love to create. But as I'm talking to the M&A attorneys, I'm like, I always tell them, like, listen, I'm the type of client, like, I'm willing to spend the money and make the money and do all this stuff and pay you guys, but I'm not willing to get into a deal where it becomes corporate-y for me, where I have to travel all the time. The truth is, I'm not even coming to look at the business. I would actually pay people to do all the due diligence for me and all that. Now, if it's local, I might swing by, but like, if it interferes with my day-to-day life, I'm not doing it. I've built an infrastructure for myself that works for me. This life that I have is not for everybody. You know, I'm hanging out at home all day and playing with the kids whenever I want and taking them to the movies at 1 o'clock in the afternoon or 11 a.m. when they open. I mean, for me, it's amazing. So what does wealth mean for you? And I remember financial freedom was the first step of the stepping stone for me. I was 27 years old. I created enough monthly income to supersede my monthly expenses without working. I did not have to work, and I could make enough money to do whatever I wanted at that moment in my life. If that same amount was still coming in, I would not be where I'm at today, right? But that was like, I created a plan back then. Let's say if it was $5,000 and I was making $200 of property per month on average, I would say, okay, well, I need to get 25 assets that create $200 a month in cash flow to create $5,000 a month in passive income or create income. And that's what I did. I created a plan and I went out and executed it diligently. Like, I'm talking fucking dog on a bone, diligently. Not thinking about it, not talking about it. I'm doing it. More importantly, I did it. Focus. I had a plan and I executed the plan to get the results. So I asked that question about what does wealth mean to you? One guy's like, there's not enough room here. Well, that could be a problem. That is the problem. That means you don't know. You don't know what it means. You want to say something cliche that sounds cool. Maybe you read it on a fucking meme board or whatever. But no, what does it mean to you? Like I said, wealth to me is being stupid, filthy rich, buying back my time, taking private jets, buying whatever I want, whenever I want, with whoever I want, doing, and it's not douchey to me. What's douchey to me is people that think that you're saying stuff that you think others want to hear because you're trying to impress them. Truth is, no one gives a fuck. Truthfully, no one cares except you. Yeah, they might talk shit, but no one that is crushing it in life will talk shit about you or talk down to you if you say, hey, man, I want to make $500 million in the next 24 years or 20 years or 2 years, whatever the number is. If they're already there, if they're worth 500 million or more, or even 50 million, from my world, my experience, is they're going to encourage you to go for it. They're going to encourage you absolutely can do that. So who are you talking to? Who are you talking to wealth about? What are you talking about? What kind of words are you using or not using? See, everyone says they want to be wealthy until you got to do what wealthy people do. You got to fucking do the work. You got to have a plan. You got to execute the plan. And you got to be repetitive over and over and over. And when you're sick and fucking tired of doing it, you got to keep doing it. You got to start letting go of things to grow. Oh, I'm going to talk about that in a second. But you got to let things go to grow. So then I asked the question, because I want to know, lots of people answered what wealth meant, but I wanted to know what it meant in dollars. Because that's interesting to me. I'm a money guy. I like to hear about money. And I'll share some of what people are saying. $10K a month, minimum. $100K in net per month, minimum. $5 million in the bank. $830K a month. $100K a month. $10K a month. $2 million. $5 million. $250,000, but with a farm paid off. $50K a month passive. Then I can buy back my time, he says. And then a bunch of people said 50 million, 100 million, etc. What's interesting to me there, what I gather from this data, why most people will always be broke, is because they're thinking way, way too small. 10K a month? I could fucking do that at garage sales in a week. 10K a month? I could make one phone call and do that in a second. Like, where did that number come from? I'm being for real. Because like I told you guys, when I was 18 years old, my first goal was to make $100,000 a year and I would be set. Well, I did that way sooner. In $100,000, I was not set. It was a setup to get up and get more. Many people are playing the game of small. This is why you're getting small results. Everything you do is small. Your actions are small. Your talk is small. Your relationships are small. Your connections are small. Therefore, your results will always be small. You don't believe in investing in yourself. You don't invest. And we're not just talking fucking money by paying for masterminds and jet experiences and yada, all that shit, even though I think everyone should do that. I'm talking about you buying a fucking book on Amazon for $10 and getting your ass to work by reading it. If you only had $10, buy one book and read it until it's fucking ingrained in your brain of how to make money, how to grow, how to be profitable, how to be wealthy. Maybe that book would be Think and Grow Rich or Rich Dad, Poor Dad. As I sit here and think about how I grew up, like I said earlier, if I didn't get out of town, I wouldn't be here today. I'd be in the small town, talking to small-time people with small-time ideas. Like their big concern is, yo, man, can we get off early on Friday? We'll meet you at the bowling alley and we'll go get fucked up. Nope, I'm out. Hey, man, I got some weed. You want to come over? We'll kick it, play some video games. Dude, I haven't played a fucking video game since I'm 12 years old, home slice. Grow the fuck up. Small town, small results. Now, listen, I'm not judging it. Some people love the small town shit. If that's what you love, perfect. You're probably not listening to my shit anyways. I've always been the small town kid with big time dreams. Let me say it again. Let that set in. A small town kid with big time dreams. Big time is a relative statement Because in a small town, big time is still small in the big world grand scheme of things. I wanted to make $100,000 a year. I never met one person in my life before I was 18 years old that made over $100,000 a year ever. So that was a big time goal for me, big time dream. But I can't buy a fucking Rolls Royce with 100 G's a year. I can't live in a mansion making 100 G's a year. I can't take amazing trips making $100,000 a year. I can't build amazing businesses making $100,000 a year. I can't do dick with $100,000 a year. As a business owner, that's nothing. So why is this small time thinking controlling people? It's because we're not knowledging up. I've read thousands of books about money. As I'm sitting here, I got a book on my desk right now, A Happy Pocket Full of Money, As a Man Thinketh, Gap and Gain. Money, I'm constantly learning, reprogram. I don't know dick about money. But as I'm sitting here working on this big deal, I'm talking to these merger and acquisitions attorneys that I'm working with. I want to buy something big. I call them up. I think I'm a big shot. And I tell them the number. And they're like, I think we should start with 100 million minimum. Acquisition of 100 million. I'm like, okay. And again, like I said, I'm not willing to trade my lifestyle for that. But I get it. And then I go to work. I'm not calling them to buy it today. I'm calling to learn. I'm knowledging up. I'm learning new language. I'm conversating with big time people doing big time shit. Because I want big time fucking results. Are you going to go to the 400-pound guy to teach you how to lose weight? Are you going to go to the broke fucker that keeps telling you that making $100,000 a year is killing the game of life? You're crushing it, Johnny. The guy can't even take a fucking vacation without stressing about money before, stressing about money when he's there, and more importantly, stressing about how much he spent when he got back home. I saw Grant talking about that. I've seen everyone I grew up in my entire fucking life do that. And I always thought, why are you going on vacation? You don't have any money. Oh man, I got a good deal at the Howard Johnson. But you're fucking broke. Why aren't you working? Let's go get money. Let's solve the problem. Not only that, how the hell could you even enjoy sitting your fat ass on the beach if you're dead broke? That's what I would think to myself. Sometimes, depending who's telling me that, if they're friends of mine, I would tell them that. Not to be a dick, but because I cared. Like, dude, why are you going and spending money? You don't have it to spend. Just because it's in the bank account doesn't mean you go blow it. What are your investments? Have you increased your investments? Have you increased your giving? Have you increased your investments in yourself and in your portfolio? What's your tax diversification strategies look like? That's the conversations you need to be having. If anybody in my circle's rolling and has in a goal under $100 million, like net worth, they're out of my fucking circle. Minimum 100 mil. Minimum. Why are you going to hang out with people that's thinking about $5 million, $200,000, $100,000 a month? Give me a fucking break. It may sound like a lot of money because you're talking to small-time people doing small-time things. Because the guy that said he wants $100K a month wants to give his money and help all these people. Well, why are you so fucking selfish? Why aren't you going for $1 million a month? Why aren't you going for $10 million a month? Why aren't you going for $100 million? I mean, it's endless. But $100K a month is not a lot of money, folks. It's not. If you're giving at a big level, if you're living at a level, I mean, it's not a lot. If you're growing, like, it's 1.2 million a year. Like, fuck, I know 18-year-old kids that make that in a day. They have specialized knowledge, trading something. Where are you investing your money? Where are you investing your time? Where are you investing your conversations? And this is truthfully why people, the majority of the world, will always be broke. I don't know how to talk to an M&A attorney before I talk to him. I just said, dude, where's the money go? Merger and acquisitions. Fuck, that's where I need to be. See, you're in real time following my evolution, my growth. I'm sharing real time, real shit every time I talk to you. I'm talking with M&A, and the first position, the first business, he's saying buy minimum 100 mil, create 5 or 6 bolt-ons around it. We'll build this revenue up to $1 billion plus, and we're going to sell this bitch for hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars. And oh, by the way, Mark, you don't have to run them. You don't have to do anything except lead the vision, drive the narrative. Because these teams are so big, they're generating so much revenue that all you got to do is have a plan, trade the plan. When I did single family houses, I was excited to make 10 grand on a deal. I did thousands of deals. Made more than 10 grand on most of them, but like real money, or so I thought. And then my boy Tim goes out there and he bought $500 million in 3 years of apartment complexes. Folks, I don't know about you, but you know how hard it would be to buy $500 million of single families, onesie, twosies like I was? It's damn near impossible. Nothing's impossible, but that pretty much is damn near impossible. So I'm around these guys. We're pushing the limits. We're talking about big shit. Dude, if you want to give $1 billion away in your lifetime, you can't make 100 grand a month. That's a checkpoint in the journey because you got to get to 100 before you get to $1 million a month. But the opportunities that we live in today are so massive. Crypto could make you tens of hundreds, if not billions of dollars. Knowledge up, not giving financial advice, but knowledge your ass up. Real estate, getting in deals and understanding what depreciation looks like and understanding how to get involved passively or actively or both. I've done both. What verticals are you in? What verticals are big? See, it's interesting. I'll talk to guys and they're like, dude, I'm big time. Cool. I always use this as an example. I used to coach a lot of real estate guys, and everyone told me how big, how amazing they were, and how they're, dude, I've tapped the market out, man. I'm crushing Atlanta, Georgia. I've tapped it out. I'm like, cool. Well, let's call the top 10 closing attorneys in Atlanta, Georgia then. And what company do you buy under? And then they give me the name and I call. Not one fucking time when I would call these 10 people would they know who this person was. They've created a false narrative in their brain that they're fucking big shot because they're talking all they're the king of the dipshit in their world. This, by the way, I'm not knocking you. I'm talking truth. I'm talking truth. Dude, I'm the biggest muffler dealership in my town. Okay, well, how big's the town? This might not be something you want to brag about. And what's the goal? What's the plan? And more importantly, are you? Show me your billings. Show me your P&Ls. Show me your CRM. Show me your marketing plan. Like, what are you doing? What's your exit? Cool, you're fucking biggest. Do you want to be the biggest in town and sell your company for 500 grand? Or do you want to be the smallest in an industry and sell for $1.5 billion? See, it's all perspective. It's all understanding what you want and what you don't want. So back to the question, what does wealth mean to you? And again, truthfully, the reason most people will always be broke is because they're talking to small-time people. The truth is, it's you. You're talking to yourself, obviously. And then you start talking to other people. If someone's not encouraging you to go for it, get them out of your life instantly. If you came to me and said, Mark, I want to make $1 million a month. Here's what I'm doing. Here's how I'm doing it. What would you do? I'm fucking excited about that conversation. And I might even say, hey, man, this is not the path to $1 million a month in this company the way it's designed. But if I do X, Y, and Z, here's what I'm thinking. Here's what it looked like. Maybe you sell licensing. Maybe you start dropping. But, there's 7 different plans you could do. And then this is how we get the path to $1 million a month. The question is, who the fuck's going to execute all this work? Because that's where the real magic is. It's not the ideas. It's the execution of an idea and adjusting the idea as you're evolving. So why most people will be broke is because they're simply thinking too small, talking with too small of people. Do you truly believe you're capable of creating $100 million net worth? Minimum. Bare bones. See, as you get bigger, this is just the truth of life. This is the truth. As you get bigger, it's not about failing. It's just different levels of success. In the beginning, dude, when I had nothing, I just had to go for. I was all in. I'm all in anyway, still today. But I'm all in. I'm so diversified. I'm all in, diversified in many, many different industries and niches. And if one goes away, my life doesn't change. If half of them goes away, my life doesn't change at all. It would suck, but my life wouldn't change at all. But if you only have your eggs in one basket, and I'm not saying there's times and moments to shift and pivot, but if you have all your eggs in one basket, oftentimes you're setting yourself up for massive failure, depending what market you're in, depending how big it is. I see so many great people that just can't get out of their own way with this conversation. They think they're killing it. Therefore, they don't learn about what real money looks like. Like if you're not talking to M&A attorneys, if you're not talking to tax advisors on a quarterly basis, if you're not talking to fiduciaries on a quarterly, actually monthly basis, if you're not talking to your banker often and seeing what's up, you're not doing anything big at all. It's just the truth. And again, I'm not here to beat you up about it. I used to be delusional like this. I thought I was King Ding-a-ling. And the other thing I was king of dipshits. Everyone rolling with me was below me financially. And I was telling them how much I was doing. They're like, oh my God, that's amazing. Dude, if I only had half your money, Evans, I could do so much with. Dude, if I only had a quarter of what you did. Oh man, must be nice to be you, Evans. Fuck yeah, it is. Now, what I was probably doing a year back in those days, I'm probably doing a week. Literally. And we haven't even done anything yet. We're just getting started. I'm so much more grounded. I'm so much more disciplined. I'm so much more focused. And more importantly, I'm talking to big time people doing big time shit. I've made massive investments in the F&B space. I've made massive investments in data. I've made massive investments in other companies already this year. Fuck, this month. And the guys I'm rolling with, they're like, yeah, man, we have $800 million fund. Hey, man, this is what we're doing. Here's how we're doing it. Hey, we're going to 5X this. Here's how it works. Not just tell me, but show us. I'm constantly learning just like you. But the biggest thing to get wealthy is one word. And I'm not this, but you have to be patient. I'm impatiently patient. It's interesting. I get to work with a lot of investors of all types, all backgrounds, all ages, all that stuff. And if I look at the successful ones compared to the non-successful ones, the successful ones have patience. They understand shit happens. They stick in the fight. The other one, dude, it's been 2 days. What the fuck? Here's your money back. Good luck. Get out of here. Because I can't do anything with that. Because clearly you don't understand what real investing looks like. Nothing happens overnight. Nothing ever happens overnight in business. Got to start being patient. And I'm not saying not be impatient about it, but just be let it work its kinks out. Don't fight. Stick in the game. If you partner with someone, fight the game with them. Learn, grow, right? But I want to talk about letting go. Because this is the real kicker on all this. You got to let go of your old behaviors. You got to let go of your old thoughts. You got to let go of your old connections. I'm not saying abandon them. I'm just saying let go. Like, if you're not where you want to be, it's not because you can't get there. It's because you're not allowing yourself to get there. You're still talking about the same shit with the same people. Nothing's changing. You need to be evolving. When's the last time you got 5 new friends? When's the last time you audited your circle of who you're rolling with? When's the last time you said, yo, man, I need to, this is a great person, but I need to limit my association with you because you're fucking dragging me down, dude. Because every time I call you, you're going to say, hey, man, sorry, I'm late. Dude, if they say that's 5 times, 10, stop being fucking sorry. Just show up on time. You know what I mean? Hey, man, you mind if I bum a couple bucks? Yes, I do mind. Thanks for asking. Get the fuck out of my life. It may sound cold, but dude, we only have one shot at life. They're not conscious like we are. They're not in the fight. They're not wanting to grow. They don't want to go to the next level. My dreams are so big, I need help. Most of you won't let fucking go of anything because you think you got doing something big and you're afraid someone's going to mess it up. They're going to, because you're messing up too. So it's a false control. You're a fucking control freak and it's all false. It's not real. You know how much bad shit happens every day in our companies? Lost lead flow, shit, money flies out the window. All this, it's part of the game, but I can tell you right now, I have more today than I did 12 months ago, 12 years ago, 24 years ago. And I do less. I had to let go to grow. You must let go to grow. Hire a better CEO. Hire a better CFO. Hire a better accounting firm. Well, dude, it's only $300. I can only fucking pay $1,200. Quit being a cheapskate. It's nothing. If $900 changes the game, you're not even in the fucking game. You're already dead. You're already broke. Fuck, what's it matter now? Hire people to help you. I was talking with a great guy today. He's like, dude, need to hire this person. $75,000 a year. I can't afford it. I'm like, the fuck, you cannot not afford it. A great dude realized he needs to spend more time with his family and he's making money to pay this person, but he thinks if he gives the money away in the form of a salary, it's going to reduce his lifestyle. The truth is, it's going to make it better, bigger, more enjoyable, more financially rewarding long term. He's stuck in the moment. He's stuck in the scared decision-making process. I'm glad he called me. And then what's cool is then you start, it's not cool. What's interesting is he starts saying a lot of other excuses. Well, man, I don't want to get in trouble. Trouble for what? Well, if they do X, Y, and Z, okay, well, put a process in place. Yeah, but we'd probably lose 3 customers if we did that one day. Okay, well, why? This is all assumptions from uneducation, inexperience, immaturity in business. I know because I've been there. I'm there right now in things I do. I'm immature in a lot of things. I'm learning, but I'm smart enough to realize I need to hire better people around me. Hire M&A attorneys. Hire fiduciaries. Hire a great bookkeeping company and financial company. Hire people to help you. It will never cost you money if you're moving forward. Now, if you're stalled out and you're going backwards, might be a different story, but you might even need them even more. But we must let go if we want to get wealthy. I don't know anybody that's worth real money that does it on their own. I don't know anybody. So your fucking Mickey Mouse real estate company that you call a company, it's actually a high-paying job you have. That you think, oh, dude, I'm going to be rich. Cool. I hope you are. But you'll never be set free. You'll never be wealthy. You can't sell the business the way you're building it. Most people I know because I built one the wrong way. Invested many years of my life and fucked it up because I didn't know. No one told me like I'm telling you. It's built wrong. It's not even built. It's just it's just an activity inside of the day that pays you a lot of money if you do it right. So it's a non-sellable business. Why am I spending 10 years, 12 years, 20 years of my life to build something I can't sell for real money? It's stupid. It's dumb. There's better ways. Right now, in 2021, as I'm talking to you, I'm telling you right now, there's never been more ways than ever to generate more money than you've ever dreamt of. I want you to get around big dreamers. I want you to get around big thinkers. Most importantly, I want you to get around big doers. Guys and gals that are creating results. And I'm talking, most of these people aren't on social media fucking talking about it. They're actually out in the field executing it, doing it. Find them at the local charities. Find them at the local business events. Get connected. Learn from them. Help them. How do you help them if you don't have the kind of money they have? Be solution driven. Support them. Maybe they have a podcast show. Maybe they have a book. Maybe they have a charity. Donate on their behalf. Let them know that you care. Let them know that you're recognizing their hard work and their efforts. Let them know you're supporting them with your dollars, your time, your energy. Just like this show. How long? It's fucking so easy to get over to iTunes in 1 minute and leave a great 5-star review. Very few people listen to my voice will do it. Because you'll have an excuse. You'll get busy. You don't know what to say. You don't have to say it. Just say, this show fucking kicks ass. 5-star, done. That's it. But in all seriousness, we have to grow. We have to become the person we want to become, not the person we are. You have to start conversating with yourself in the future, not today. If you knew how to solve the problem, you'd already solved it. Get excited about the journey. Don't get frustrated. I'm frustrated, but in an exciting way. I'm excited to learn. I'm excited to conquer. I'm excited to see if I'm capable of doing the shit I'm talking about. I just want you to be massively successful. You making $1 billion does not take $1 billion out of my pocket. It doesn't make me lose money. Doesn't make the person next to you lose money. Solve problems, generate ideas, produce results, and you'll always be in demand. So what does wealth mean to you? What is your wealth number? How big do you want to be? What does your lifestyle look on the journey? Folks, I want money to buy time. It's not cheap to fly private. It's not cheap at all, but it's worth it. Time is not cheap. Time is that commodity. Once it's gone, it's gone. Money, though, I could lose it and make it tomorrow. I could lose more tomorrow, make more today. We put too much value on it. I want time. It doesn't take money to sit there and read a book with my child at night before they go to bed. It doesn't take money to wake my fat ass up early to hang out with my kids and have breakfast with them. It doesn't take money to walk through the woods and look around. It doesn't take money to tell them you love them, to teach them, to read to them. It takes effort. Effort. Is that what you really want? Because that's what I want. Family and time, that's where my energy is focused. Don't get me wrong. I'm doing business too. But I create these windows, I create these blocks for me that work for me to go out and execute these plans. Because I have big dreams, I have big goals. I want to give a lot of money away. I give more money this year away than I've ever given in probably in the last 10 years. I'm very fortunate to do that. I'm very proud of myself because that means next year I got a new number that I got to hit. And it's growing. I want to give more. I want to be more. I want to help more. I know you do too. That's why you're here. And I do commend you for sticking around here. And I want you to understand, if you're listening to a show like this, you're on the path. Don't get discouraged, get encouraged. Sit down and get this stuff on paper and get executing. If you're overwhelmed, execute. The problem is if you're overwhelmed, you're not executing. You're not doing the work. You're not getting like real-time feedback. You got to get real-time feedback. Get smacked in the face, kicked in the nuts, throat punched, whatever, and edit as you do it real time. It's funny, like I meet all kinds of people at all levels, and I'm telling you guys, everyone's trying to figure it out. I don't care if you're making $100,000 a year. I don't care if you're making $10 million a year. I don't care if you're making $100 million a year. We're still trying to figure it out. We all are. So don't think anybody's above you. No one is. The only game you're playing is against you. So knowing that, start changing your language. Change your language, change your results. Stop talking shit. Start taking action. Stop talking about solving a $10 problem. Start solving a $1 billion problem. How do you expect to get billions of dollars with fucking $100 activities? Seriously, how? Your mindset's like twisted, right? People's mindsets are twisted. They're like, dude, I want to be rich. Well, but you're broke mentally. When's the last book you read? What's the last what's the last thing you've done to grow yourself? Man, I ain't fucking paying that guy. If he's so good and he's so rich, why isn't he doing it for free? That's the fucking problem right there, Home Slice. That's the problem. He's making it about money, not value. It's a whole nother conversation. But I hope that you take something from this show today. I got to bounce. I actually got something else to do here in about 3 minutes. But I'm thinking about you guys. I'm rooting for you. I'm on your team. Trust me. If anything's going on, hit me up at Mark Evans DM on Instagram. You know, a lot of people are hitting me up about the jet experience. So if you do want to do the jet experience or yacht experience, get on the list now. I don't know when I'm doing another jet experience. I don't know when I'm doing another yacht experience, but we will do them maybe 1, 2, 3 a year, something like that. But at least get on the hot list. We'll let you know, give you a quick heads up before it goes out to the market because last time it sold out in seconds. So it's awesome. Just hit me up on Instagram and say jet experience or yacht experience, and myself or someone on my team will hit you back up, get your information, and make sure you're put on the list so you can get updated before anybody else. So I'm here. Let's go crush it. Appreciate you guys. Have an amazing day. Make today count.
I'm Mark Evans, DM. I'm here to help and teach them what I know and how I did it. To discover freedom. There ain't no question Mark Evans when he step in the door. He's closing deals. Time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker, but I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker. The journey's where it's at. It's all about the process. It's time to get over to the DM project. From a small town in Ohio, so I know how it is. And I come from a lot of money. I remember as a kid, wanted to make 100 racks. Didn't see no one making more than that. Graduated high school with a 1.8. Thought they should've held me back. I hope my principals and teachers are alive just to witness this. I'm my own boss. I'm out here running 2-8-figure businesses. I can walk away from it all and I'll be good, but I've been called to help people just like y'all learn the game. It's time to ball. Everybody chasing the money, but I'm not chasing the money. I'm out here chasing the purpose. Yo, I've been working my whole life. What got us where we at isn't gonna get us where we wanna go. So it's time to push, time to learn, time to grow. I'm Mark Evans DM. I'm here to help and teach them what I know and how I did it. To discover freedom. There ain't no question Mark Evans when he step in the door. He's closing deals. Time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker, but I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker. The journey's where it's at. It's all about the process. It's time to get over to the DM project. I'm Mark Evans DM. Deal maker, deal maker, deal maker, deal maker, DM project.
This is the podcastfactory.com.